It's a new day working out here in the garage on the first gen 4runner, and like always, it's like 30 degrees outside, so got the diesel heater running over in the corner. The goal for today is to continue to chop some rust out of the truck and get that stuff patched up. I already have some holes in the bedside that I started to cut last week, so I'll probably start on this side just because they're pretty small and easy, and then slowly work my way over to the passenger side where the floorboard on the Firewall is pretty bad. That's kind of the biggest spot that I have to cut out and get replaced. So yeah, that's the goal for today, to get some rust chopped out, get that stuff welded in there. From there, I might go ahead and start taping up the truck. I don't know how soon I'll be able to spray primer, but I'm just gonna go ahead and start doing all the prep work. We'll see how it goes. All right, just finished getting these holes patched up on the side of the bed, and then got a couple patches thrown in over the wheel well in the back. This stuff wasn't that bad, but there was a spot right here that had previously been cut out and filled in with fiberglass, and it's pretty difficult to weld in those little corners. So to save myself the trouble, because I'm gonna have to do it in a couple other areas, I just went ahead and threw a patch over it. I still need to weld these guys fully in on the inside of the truck, and then these guys are kind of done. I'll probably still do a little bit more welding on them just to kind of fill in some low spots and then grind it all down. But overall, they don't look too bad. Got rid of the big chunks of rust anyways. Welding sheet metal is not the easiest thing in the world. And yeah, I don't have like a ton of experience with it, so it's good enough for me. I'm happy with this side. I'm gonna move into the bottom of the wheel wells. All right, now that I got most of the rear end of the truck taken care of, I'm gonna move to the front of the truck and start chopping out this passenger side firewall. I'm picking at it with a flathead and just trying to break away as much rust as I possibly can to see exactly how much of the affected area I need to cut out. And honestly, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was, so that's a positive. I don't think it'll take me very long to get this cut out and replace it. However, I want to do some cutting in the wheel wells on the passenger side and the driver's side. It'll just be a whole lot easier if I pull the front end apart, take the tires off, give myself a little bit extra room to work with. And I've been out here since like noon, so I think I'm gonna start doing all that stuff tomorrow and just call it a day. But yeah, I will circle back when I get off work tomorrow and we'll start cutting into this firewall. I'll probably do a bunch of trimming inside of the wheel well. All of this additional metal that kind of hangs low here, you can see someone hammered it and started bending stuff out of the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and trim all of this until it's pretty much flush, and then might do a little bit of trimming on the fender as well. I don't wanna go super crazy because I don't know how much trimming I need to do just yet, but as far as like the core support and then this little stuff here that hangs down pretty low, this is all gonna get cut off. And then once I finish all that process on the passenger side, I'll move over to the driver's side and do my best to replicate it. All right, I just got, I think, everything that I want to get cut out of the passenger side done. I need to get this stuff cleaned up a little bit. It has all of that rubber undercoating, and grinding this stuff down is absolutely terrible. It's like 25 degrees outside and snowing, but I'm gonna go ahead and open up the garage, do a bunch of grinding, and get this stuff cleaned up and ready to weld. And then once I get all that stuff cleaned up, I will start making a little patch to get thrown in there. I just ran out of welding wire, so I'll have to go and snag some more of that after work tomorrow. It's getting pretty late, so I'm gonna call it a night and jump back into this tomorrow. I have a couple of these seams to finish welding, and then after that, this side should be looking pretty good. It took me a couple nights. I just finished getting the passenger side firewall all welded back together. I am going to clean up some of those welds and then go over everything with some rubber gasket maker just to make sure everything is as watertight as I can make it. And then from there, we'll move over to the driver's side and do some trimming, kind of match up that fender cut that I did, and then do some of those like pinch weld trims on the inside as well. The goal here wasn't to do tubbing necessarily, and I don't know exactly how much I'm going to need to tub once I put bigger tires on. So later on down the road, I might end up just doing a full tub. I don't think I'm going to repeat the process of cutting anything out and welding a bunch of patches into the driver's side. It was super time consuming. It's really cold out here. It's not really fun welding on the ground in 30-degree weather. So I am going to do pretty much the bare minimum in the driver's side for now, get it cleaned up as best I can, and then throw it all back together. Alright, now that the front end's all thrown back together, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. I know I had said earlier that I had planned on getting the truck taped and everything, but I'm just going to go ahead and save that for another day. It's pretty cold out here. I'm really excited to have this step of the process done. I've been dreading getting that rust cut out and repaired since the day I bought the truck, and it has been super cold every single night. I know the videos haven't been the most exciting thing in the world, just because I've been doing a ton of cleaning and body work and stuff like that, and lots of time lapses. It's really cold. I'm out here doing this all alone, and I've pretty much been coming out every single day after work for at least an hour or two, just trying to get as much work done as I possibly can so I can get this thing running and out on a trail. If you guys have been following along so far, I really appreciate you. Parts should start rolling in here shortly, and the progress will definitely start ramping up, so definitely stay tuned for that. The goal is to post progress on this thing every single Saturday. And additionally, I'm gonna try to get back out on some trails here soon and make some more wheeling videos. And like I said in the last video, I have some products that I need to go and test out, so that stuff will be thrown in there as well. Maybe I'll post a little bit more than once a week. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm cold. I'm gonna call it a night. Next week, I will be getting the truck all taped up, finalizing sanding, getting everything fully ready for paint. And then basically from there, we'll just be waiting for a warm enough day so I can get all that stuff sprayed. And then, yeah, depending on what parts show up first, that will be the next thing that I jump into. Like always, I appreciate you guys for watching and following along with this project. And I will see you guys next week.